Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey here, and on today's episode, we're going to reveal who is under the mask of the kangaroo. That's right, we did this video about a month ago, but since then, there have been a bunch of other clues, and so we're going to go through the clues and the pitch correct right now. But before we do, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. Now, if you're new to the YouTube channel, hi, how are you? My name is Joey Contino. I'm an executive audio producer in New York City, where it's my job to go ahead and provide audio for my clients. And when that audio sounds bad, it's also my job to make it sound good. Maybe that's taking out a high frequency, maybe taking out a low frequency, or in our case, going ahead and figuring out pitch correct. That's right. Every single week, The Masked Singer gives us these new clue packages, and in those clue packages are the celebrities talking. But Fox is smart. They said we can't let them hear the real voices because if we do, they're going to know who it is, and then there's no fun in that. So what do? They speed up the voices and they pitch it up so that way you have no idea who it is. But doing what I do, I figured I could slow it down and pitch correct it. That way we can hear the real celebrity voice. Now that plus the clues, we can determine who is under the mask. Now we've been doing that every week since week 1 of season 1 and have gotten them all right with the exception of one, and I'll never live it down. So right now we're going to go through all the clues from episode, well, it's group A, so it's episode 1, 2, and 3, and then last week's episode, which was week 10. Now before we do that, we will talk about the pins. We have the pins right here. We're sending them out every single day. If you haven't picked yours up yet, you can get it in the description below. Just follow the link and I'll take you to Etsy. I believe they're only $8.50, and we try to mail them out that day. So I'll give you more information about that at the end of the video, but let's go ahead and dive into the clues. Now, if you're anything like me, you go ahead and you watch the episodes religiously and you write down all of the clues. I did just that for everything we know about the kangaroo, and we'll go through the clues and then I'll play my pitch correct and then I'll explain all the clues out for you. So we're going to start off from episode 1 and dive into it. So the first clue was, she says, most of you watching are a survivor like me. Then we see a cardboard sign on the pole that reads Outback as she wanders through the dusty terrain. She says, I recently lost a person who held my family together. Then by my own admission, I found myself in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. We see 2 paparazzis pull out cameras and start taking photos. She says, I'm here to do what kangaroos do best and bounce back. We see a small gramophone in the tree, which could represent a Grammy Award, which we can get into a little bit later. She says, I have to fight for my family and show them that bullies never win. Sorry. She says, I'm beyond terrified. I've never done anything like this before, but I'm not about to lose the chance to realize a dream I've always had. So somebody who's not a professional singer whatsoever, this is just a dream that they've had. So anyone who you're guessing that could be a professional singer, it's probably not them. The next clues we had were from episode 2. We see a sign that says Kangaroo Court. Remember that KK sound. Then we see some cosmetics and makeup on a bench. She wears a basketball jersey, and so does the guys with the number 23 in the back. And by guys, I mean the men in black who watch this channel. Hey, men in black. She says, I'm already feeling more confident and that I'm determined to make the most of this fresh start. One of the people playing basketball has the name DJ on the back. She says she needs to be a role model for her little Rue, which could mean sister or daughter. We'll get back to that in a little bit. And then she tells the judges that among her contestants, she was voted most likely to appear on a list with Seal and Mike Tyson. The next clues we had were from episode 3. It starts off with her brother coming out and saying that my older sister is older by only 1 year, but honestly, I've always looked up to her. And by brother, we're going to put quotes around that because, well, we'll get to that in a minute. He says that she was a bit of a drama queen in her teenage years. In a garden patio, we see a toy model hanging from the ceiling as well as a boom microphone. So someone that you could either say is a model or someone who likes to do arts and craft. And boom means they obviously do some kind of reality TV or are on TV in some way. After that, the kangaroo reads a Valentine to Leah Remini, who was a guest judge that week, saying that we all sat on the same table and your courage has inspired me. After that are the clues from episode 10. The super clue was everyone from group A, if you add up all of their Instagram followers, equal to about 14 million. Now, since that episode, remember, that episode aired last week, but that episode was recorded probably a month beforehand, so that 14 million could obviously be way more than that. Could be up to 16 by now. After that, she said, this contestant is ready to hop on this. I came here to show my strengths and bounce back after being vilified by kangaroomers of my past. She added on to say, she's been put through hell this past year, and this performance is her response. Now, those are all the clues that we had for the kangaroo. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play all the audio they gave us. Now, instead of pitching the clue packages, we're just going to go ahead and pitch correct her talking to Nick Cannon and the judges. A, it's easier to do, and B, you can clearly hear her voice. This is what Fox gave us.
I may be a kangaroo, but I've never lived in Australia.
Now, here's our pitch correct audio.
I may be a kangaroo, but I've never lived in Australia.
Now, feel free to comment below who you think it is. Now, I personally think it's Jordan Woods. Into Jordan Woods talking.
I may be a kangaroo, but I've never lived in Australia.
A lot of us really forget to prioritize our life, our health, who we are, and we don't take that time out of our day to make ourselves a priority.
Those voices do sound the same. Now let's go ahead and just dive into the clues. We're going to jump all the way back to episode 1 when we see the cardboard sign that says Outback. That, I believe, relates to her living out back of Kylie Kardashian's backyard. When it comes to her finding herself in the spotlight for the wrong reasons, we know that back in 2017, she was found to be kissing, I'm going to say this wrong because I know nothing about the Kardashians. She was found kissing Khloe Kardashian's ex, Tristan. If I remember correctly, don't they have a kid together or something like that? It caused a rift between the Kardashian family and the Woods family, which caused Jordan to be kicked out of the backyard of Kylie's house. And, I mean, as of right now, they haven't been talking to each other. It's a massive fight going on. And, you know, obviously Jordan feels like she was on the wrong end of that. She shouldn't have gotten yelled at, but at the same time, you kissed a Kardashian's boyfriend. You didn't think there was going to be backlash? After that, we see 2 paparazzis pulling out their cameras. Well, obviously, if she was with the Kardashians, she had a lot of paparazzi coming after her. She says, I'm here to do what kangaroos do best and bounce back. Oh, well, obviously, that's bounce back from the whole Tristan incident. When we see the gramophone in the tree, while some people think it is something to do with the Grammys, I think it has something to do with sound engineering. We knew that her father is a sound engineer, and that's not a Grammy in the tree. It looks more like a gramophone. So I feel like that has to do with audio engineer. Then after that, she says, I have to fight for my family and show them that bullies never win. Well, obviously, after she did that whole thing with the Kardashians, she got a lot of backlash from the internet, and they really attacked her. So she got bullied like crazy. And not only did she get bullied, her family got bullied. And so she's trying to stand up for her family. She says, I'm beyond terrified. I've never done anything like this before, meaning singing on stage. But I'm not about to lose a chance to realize my dream. Well, we know she's always wanted to be a singer. It's always been a dream of hers. And well, this is one opportunity that she can do that. Now, after that, our clues from episode 2, we see the Kangaroo Court, KK, which I think stands pretty much with Keeping Up with the Kardashians, KK. Then after that, we see some cosmetics on a bench. We do know she has her own line. She had a division off of Kylie Cosmetics. Kylie Cosmetics. My gosh, I can't say that name right whatsoever. Kylie Cosmetics. And she did do some kind of modeling for her own cosmetics. After that, we see jerseys with the number 23. That, I mean, look, this is a stretch, but I'm going to go with this. In basketball, who wore number 23? Any guesses? Well, to me, that was Jordan's number. He always wore that. Michael Jordan always wore 23. So when I think of 23, I think they're referring to Jordan. And when you think of Jordan, you think of Jordan Woods. Also, let's add in, she has the number 23 tattooed on the back of her neck. The next clue after that, she says, I'm feeling more confident and determined to make most of this fresh start. We do know that lately, she has been trying to be as positive as possible on social media. I mean, she really goes out and does it like crazy. If you go to social media right now, so many positive posts from her main bio all the way to her comments on there. So she is trying to make the most of this start. After that, we see a jersey that says DJ on the back of it. We do know that Jordan was a DJ. at one point at least tried to be a DJ. I don't know if she still is. After that, she says she needs to be a role model for her little Rue. We do know her little Rue is referred to as her little sister. After that, and the last one, was her saying that she'd be on the list with Mike Tyson and Seal. And the reason why we're saying she could be on that list is because they both have gapped teeth. Well, all three of them have gapped teeth. I do believe she's gotten hers fixed, but she used to be on the list with those two. Anyway, after that is episode 3, where her younger brother comes on stage. We do know that she does have a younger brother named John Woods. But I do have to say there is one other person who she considers a younger brother. And it's not her real brother. It is Jaden Smith. That's right, Will Smith's son. Those two pretty much have been brother and sisters from the get-go. If I remember correctly, I think Will Smith is her godfather. Just shows you how well they are together. So she considers him her little brother, and I believe they are 1 year apart in age. Well, he goes on to say she was a bit of a drama queen in her teenage years, which she was, and there's plenty of tape on that when it comes to keeping up the Kardashians. Then we see a model airplane hanging from the ceiling with a boom microphone. Well, we do know that she is a model, and she's done reality television, which would need the microphone boom. The biggest clue out of that episode is her saying to Leah Remini, which I'm probably saying her last name wrong because I can't do last names. But we know for a fact that when she's saying that she's been on the same table as Leah, we do know that both of them had been on the show Red Table Talk with Will Smith's wife. Now, they weren't on the same episode together, but they were on the same table, which is what she was saying. Now, the last clues are from episode 10, not many clues out of there, but we do know that altogether, Group A is supposed to have a combined 14 million followers. Well, once again, it's been 4, maybe 5 weeks since that number was set in stone. And if you do the math, we have Jordan Woods, who right now has 11.4 million followers. The other people who we think are in Group B, or Group A, which we already know that the white tiger right over here was Gronk. He has, let me look that up, he has 3.7 million followers. And then we have the turnover here, who we already revealed to be Jesse McCartney, and he has 500,000. Now that equals to about 15.5 million or something, 15.6 million. So we feel like that's spot on enough to go ahead and say that it's Jordan Woods. After that, she just kept on talking about being strong and bouncing back from the rumors. Well, once again, that goes back to the Kardashians and Tristan. Why did you have to kiss him, Jordan? That's what I want to know. Why did you kiss him? You didn't have to do that. Come on. So I want to know, do you agree with all of my clues and my guesses and the pitch correct? Let me know in the comment section. I know a lot of people are going to argue that, no, it can't be. And I know this video was a little crazy with the clues. If you want to watch the other reveal video, I'll put that below. You know what? I'll put all the remaining reveal videos I have for the entire show in the comment section for you to check out. Now, if you want to listen to the rest of the pitch correct audio, I'll go ahead and play that for you now so you can check that out. So here you go.
Being here feels like such an opportunity to break out of my shell.
I was not dreaming when Robert Redford helped me to get my very first role.
I could tell you this. Blue collar has many, many meanings. When I say blue collar, I'm a funny guy, but I'm not stand-up funny.
I am actually not a trained dancer at all. Do you feel me, baby?
I'm not just a voice, I'm immobile.
I'm not nearly as tall as you think I am.
Not as much what I'm not, but maybe what I've never had traditional voice training.
Now feel free to comment below who you think any of them are. And now I said I'll give you more information when it comes to the pins. Once again, these are the pins. I knew it is a catchphrase that Nick says on the show every time the mask comes off. We know that Nick didn't know it. He didn't know half of them, though he did know some of them. But you can get this by clicking the link below. We also have hoodies and t-shirts and mugs for you to get. Those links are in the description below. And I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. And if you made it to the end of the video, you know I'd like to leave you guys with a question to answer in the comment section. And my question for you is this. For those parents who are homeschooling their kids, what is the hardest thing you're teaching them? I really want to know. Thank you for joining me. I'm Joey. See you later. Bye.